Vegan Booty is often called the vegan teacher's daughter. She thinks walking your dog is animal abuse, has been on the news for calling horses slaves, and believes it's okay fighting butchers, service workers, and even children at their birthday party.
I don't know what's crazier, her name or the fact that she harasses little kids and says that horses are slaves. But, you know, honestly, you know you're a terrible human being if you're compared to being that vegan teacher's daughter. But hey, what can I say? I'm basically every commentary YouTuber's son at this point, right? Anyways, what's going on, guys? Too shitty here, back at the end of another video. And as you can tell by the thumbnail and title, this girl is that vegan teacher from Wish, basically. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe. We're at 200 subs, and, yeah, let's react to the video.
The government has banned her from living in her hometown, and her first viral video will start to show you why.
Bro, getting kicked out of your hometown might be insane. I genuinely don't know what you could possibly be doing to be getting kicked out of your hometown. And it's not even like she's a government official or anything like that either. She is an internet personnel, which means that she has done some of the most random acts of indecency to the point where the government saw it on the internet and they're like, nah, you're a threat, you cannot pull up, bruh.
The event scene behind her is the Million Paws Walk, where families meet to walk their dogs together and help raise funds for animals in need. Well, Vegan Booty called the event
the most violent thing that you could ever participate in.
Hey, hear me out, okay. I know this is gonna sound crazy, alright? But, how about instead of walking my dog, I just commit arson. I'm just saying it seems a little bit more violent. I think I could top the whole dog walking thing. You might think you're a threat, but I'm really from Chirac. That's all I gotta say, bro. But no, how are you gonna go to a place where it's like, dude, they're literally walking their dogs to raise money for dogs that have terrible lives? I don't know how a vegan person could possibly hate that.
protesting that every animal should be treated the way that dogs are.
Why would you love one but pay for the suffering and abuse of other animals? Pigs are in fact more intelligent than dogs.
I don't know how necessarily true the whole pigs being smarter than dogs thing is, but that's like me saying that it's okay to kill an infant because I'm smarter than them. That just makes absolutely no sense. And also, we eat pigs and cows and farm animals and not dogs because dogs are our friends, and if a bear attacked me in front of my dog would go and try and kill the bear and die protecting me, and the cow or pig or chicken or whatever you're trying to stick up for would stand there and just watch, or probably more realistically run away because they're fearing for their life. But you know, shoot, bruh, let's eat dogs and keep cows or whatever.
Hypocritically, however, Vegan Booty owned a dog herself, which she tied to a leash and used it to pull her while she skated. It's pretty funny how you are protesting, yet you have a dog pulling you. Pretty hypocritical.
Alright, look, dude, I don't have a problem with you having your dog, like, pull you on a skateboard or whatever, but you're not going to sit here and tell me that we should be able to eat dogs and cows because they're the same, and then you're just going to use a dog as your whatever, bro. And also, how are you gonna call a horse, like you said in the beginning, call a horse a slave as you're literally making your dog do physical work? You know, shoot, bro, I don't even know. I'm really not even that smart, to be honest. That's why I'm doing YouTube. But yeah, I feel like, you know, it's kind of like the same thing, but shoot, what do I know, low-key?
And the hypocrisy didn't stop there, because Vegan Booty then showed up at a charity football match, disrupting 35,000 spectators because she thought her cause was way more important. In a satisfying turn of events, she was fined $1,800 for the stunt, yet this wasn't too expensive for the exposure it provided.
Would you do it all again?
Yes, 100%.
$1,800 for what, dude? To run across a soccer field that says, I don't even know what that flag said. That was stupid. But anyways, like, I just don't understand. I think this lady might be worse than that vegan teacher who compared the, you know, like, meat industry as the Holocaust. She compared those two. That's wild. But she didn't run across a soccer field to tell people that she, you know, is that vegan teacher who doesn't like meat, you know? So I've never really had a positive interaction with a vegan. I mean, there's that vegan teacher, this lady, and then shoot, bro, my art teacher in like middle school was vegan. She's pretty insane too, like afraid of like us killing bugs and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't really mess with y'all vegans, bro, and I don't care if I'm like vegan phobic or whatever, bro. Put that on my name, please, because I do not be messing with y'all like that. Low key, I don't think I've ever met a good vegan.
However, at around the same time, Isaac Butterfield was going viral for his anti-vegan videos, featuring Tash in the worst vegans on TikTok.
Why is your name Vegan Booty when you're running around with that? Change your name to Vegan Pancake Ass and let us all get on with our lives.
This guy right here is a dog, alright? Most people are afraid to say things like that, you know? And, you know, I'm not really one of those people who's afraid to say things like that, but this guy probably just spoke the minds of many. And also, that insult was wild. Talking about the badonkadonk is kind of insane, I'm not gonna lie.
This gave Tash a chance to respond, although she was met with a brutal dislike ratio as Isaac's audience offered their very first downvote.
I don't even remember what video this was, but I was checking my analytics one day and I had like 35 likes and like 12 dislikes, bro. And I was going over my analytics with like one of my friends. I was like, bro, I'm falling off, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. If I saw 1.5k dislikes, bro, I'm deactivating and changing my legal government name and everything in between, bro. No one's gonna know who Tutti Frutti is because I'm deactivating the channel, bro.
He'd therefore slam Vegan Booty again.
Meat's amazing, it's delicious, and guess what, bitch? I'm gonna have a big dirty steak for dinner. I hope you enjoy your broccoli, you tiny little child.
So not only is bro getting active, bro is getting sus. No way he just said meat is delicious without saying pause, bro. What do you mean by that? Get Drewski on him for that, bro. He just said meat is delicious. That is insane. That is kind of wild, but you know, I would have put a pause after that, but that's just me though. That is just me.
With comments such as who else came from Isaac's channel, this was only helping Vegan Booty grow.
I think this is something like bigger creators fairs will realize is that when you do things like this, you just kind of expand the person's career and give them more money, which is kind of ironic coming from someone like me who does reaction and commentary and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can't really speak on it, but I also don't have the following this guy has. So when I like make a video on someone, it doesn't have as big of an impact on them.
She'd use her newly found fame to launch a vegan clothing company, spoofing the Anti-Social Social Club to instead read Anti-Animal Cruelty Club. Well, Isaac then launched his own anti-vegan social club.
So, whether or not you like either one of these people, you have to admit that merch is fire, alright? They took a really nice design, in my opinion, and put their own spin on it, which a lot of people can't really do, but I actually mess with those hoodies very heavily.
To discuss is Isaac Butterfield's anti-vegan club, responsible for this vegan phobia, with no one other than that vegan teacher.
He literally has shirts made that say anti-vegan club.
The pair became so close that they'd call each other family.
Hi sweetie, how are you?
Hello, hey mom, how you going?
However,
being a grown woman calling another grown woman mom who isn't your mom is kind of crazy. But another thing I think is a little bit, strange is that he's not allowed to have the, well, according to them, he's not allowed to have the anti-vegan social club thing or whatever. But they're allowed to have the vegan social club, which I guess what he's doing isn't the nicest thing. Theirs is just promoting veganism. He's, anti-veganism in it, obviously. But these two people have been known to not be very nice, so I don't really think they have much leeway in this kind of situation, especially when you're known for comparing like the meat industry to the Holocaust and just harassing little kids at their party. So like I said, I don't really think they have really any room to speak on what is and isn't socially acceptable.
However, it was obvious Vegan Booty was the crazier of the two. She began infiltrating supermarkets wearing an animal onesie before standing in the milk section, dissuading shoppers from their purchase. For obvious reasons, staff weren't too happy about this, and even after being ejected, she still yelled outside the store.
Her babies are taken away from her straight after birth. and her sons are murdered.
As a result, Tash was permanently banned from Australia's 2 main supermarkets, yet this didn't stop her protests, as vegan booty would only get worse.
Look, that vegan teacher might be the most insane person I think I've seen on the internet in, like, you know, my time. But being compared to her and people saying, like you said in the video, that she's crazier than her, might be insane. Like, you need to be locked into a maximum security prison if that is the case, if you are crazier than that vegan teacher. And another thing, how does it get worse? I want to know. How do you get kicked out of the 2 biggest stores in all of your country, and somehow that's not even the worst thing that has happened yet? I really just don't understand how she can top that level of just menacing activity.
She'd show up at McDonald's in a much more detailed costume, being kicked out not by staff but instead this time police. Hilariously, this guy began his own protest, countering her with a legendary sign. In Vegan Booty's next stunt, she walked into KFC and poured orange paint everywhere while blasting dying animal noises for over 15 minutes. Not gonna lie, but you're incredibly selfish to the people that work at that place. All they're trying to do is do their job. I feel so sorry for the workers, while even other vegans called Vegan Booty out.
She is giving veganism a bad name.
People wrote about Tash's public stunts. Instead of promoting vegans, you kind of just embarrass them.
Oh, okay, so that's how you're able to top the previous stuff. Yeah, I'm happy that, like, you know, the vegan community or whatever is, you know, not letting someone just completely slander their name, because I feel like when anyone says that they're vegan, nobody really takes them seriously, and I think that's mainly because of people like her and that vegan teacher. So I think it's, like, really great that, like, a community is able to call out the people who are, you know, like, doing something, like, actually wrong. I think that's what a lot of communities fail to do. They all just kind of side together even when they know they're wrong.
And nothing showed this better than her children's party meltdown. These 2 horses were clearly very well looked after and were waiting outside a family festival so kids could take a picture. Well, of course, Vegan Booty somehow thought it was abuse.
I just want to know who the slave owner is. Okay, that's disgusting. This is animal abuse. You know what's disgusting? Your arms hanging out of your shoes.
She tried and failed to make any decent points.
If you were in their position, would you be happy?
Although Vegan Booty wasn't finished there. She'd then go into the festival to find the horses again, disrupting all photos by making a public announcement.
These innocent beings are no different to our beloved dogs and cats. They look like they're under so much stress.
This awesome dad then quickly stopped their antics.
No photos of my kids, man. Yeah, not taking photos. No, we'll just keep walking that way then. Keep walking that way.
And thankfully police were there to intervene.
You might be the biggest weirdo of all time if you're gonna walk to a little kid's party because they have horses there. Like, I feel like even some vegans who would consider that abuse would just keep their mouths, you know, shut. Because, who's doing that, bro? Like, they're little kids. You're not gonna go... Like, that's so unbelievably messed up. You walk over to a little kid's party and just start harassing them and the parents because of the stupid horse. The kids probably don't even know what abuse is, number one. And number two, those, like, horses or ponies or whatever are literally just sitting there. They are just standing. Which if they were in the wild, guess what they'd be doing? Standing and eating grass. It's crazy because that's what it looks like they're doing right there, too. And also, one more thing. If they were in the wild, they would be screwed. Like, they can, like, they'll get sick, right? They can just take them to the vet. But if they got sick in real life, they gotta figure it out and try not to get eaten, you know? So, if anything, they're kind of doing the opposite of abusing them. They're taking them out of the wild, which in some cases is not good for animals. I will say that. But they're taking them out of the wild and protecting them themselves and making sure they're well taken care of, and they're just giving them, like, it just doesn't make sense. And you're just creepy going up to a bunch of little kids at a party telling them and their parents that they're abusing these horses.
After posting her video to TikTok, Tash again made national news, in which they'd interview the horse's owner.
Meg Freeman owns the pony business. She says she's being bombarded with abuse by vegan protesters. Meg Freeman wants her charged.
They're like terrorists. They're not going to go away.
Well, only 1 week later, Vegan Booty announced, "I'll be going to court on the 13th of May, as I received a summons for a restraining order from the owner of Ponies for All Occasions. Those who dislike me are triggered because I've made them realize that they're animal abusers. What I'm going through right now isn't a loss. It only means we're winning."
I'm always a non-violent protester and I never harass anyone.
I don't even think the vegan teacher is this crazy. This girl is making vegan teacher seem like an angel. At least the vegan teacher didn't have her own number plates, as this made Vegan Booty foolishly recognizable.
Meat and cheese smeared across her family's car. Vegan activist Tash Peterson says this cruel joke crosses the line.
You know, I'm a man of peace for the most part. I really just think if someone's not really hurting you or anything like that, just leave them alone. Even if what they're doing is weird or whatever, right? But that's funny. Alright, you're not gonna go harass a bunch of little kids and then not expect some sort of repercussion. So I think what they're doing might be a little bit cruel, but definitely isn't it's definitely not deserved, if that makes sense. Like, it's deserved. It's definitely not unwarranted. There we go, that's the word. But I just don't understand. And then okay, so you know people hate you, so you go, let me make my car, which is probably really expensive because I'm an idiotic TikToker, let me make my car super duper recognizable by just putting my name on the license plate. I'm sure no one's gonna harass me. Like, you kind of did it to yourself. Like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that, because I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely not in. I feel like maybe I'm in the wrong. Right? I'm just an idiot, but maybe, just maybe, I'm in the wrong.
People recognized her car, then threw meat bones on her driveway, yet trolls weren't the only people who showed up at her house.
I've woken up once again to the police knocking at my door. So I've been issued with another barring notice.
Controversial vegan activist is banned from every pub in her state after becoming notorious for wild stunts where she screams at innocent families.
Anything that sells alcohol, I'm not allowed into. A penalty of $10,000 applies if I break this barring notice.
The ban had come after another disgusting protest.
Fishing man is 30,000 shots every hour! Animal abusers! Animal abusers! Animal abusers!
Yet Vegan Booty was still convinced that she'd done nothing wrong.
The amount of secondhand embarrassment I just got from that is actually, it's not even funny. It's actually kind of disgusting. Like, I'm cringing right now, and that's the worst feeling. Secondhand embarrassment, or like looking back on something you've done and like cringing, that's the worst kind of cringe. And, well, you're giving me it right now. Please stop, because you're screaming and everybody's just staring at you, and it's awkward, so stop. Okay? Stop. I'm just kidding. But, like, I don't know. I feel like she definitely has a right to, you know, speak her mind, obviously, but I just think she goes about it the wrong way, like most people do now. Don't want to sound like a grandpa, but nowadays, people definitely take, you know, speaking their mind the wrong way by just being just blatant problems in society.
I don't really have a right to freedom of speech here in Australia. It's honestly pretty corrupt, if you ask me.
Her freedom of speech is just going to a restaurant and screaming like a lunatic about murder. There is a difference between speech and screaming. Your freedom of speech, our freedom to eat meat. Goodbye. She'd therefore leave Perth and spend a month protesting in Melbourne, but when she tried to fly back home, the government said she couldn't return.
The Australian police have banned me from entering into my own city. If I choose to fly home, I could face a 1-year imprisonment.
Her application was rejected based on her statements made in public, and after eventually having the rejection overturned, you will not believe how awful she became.
Even after all the terrible things that she's done, she somehow is still getting worse and worse and worse, and I honestly do not know how you're able to do that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry that this video took so long to come out. It's been like 2 weeks and a couple of days at the time that I'm recording this voiceover. It was just a real pain to edit. But yeah, part 2 should be coming hopefully the day after this gets uploaded, but I have no idea. But I hope you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe, road to 200 subs, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.